Hello everyone, my name is Oyelami Temitope Ibidunni. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a 5th semester digital engineering student, and I'll be the one to anchor today's interview. With me here is one of our doctors from the Faculty of Computer Science. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Eike Schallehn from the Computer Science Department, actually from the working group of Professor Sake, who is the chair of the Database and Software Engineering Group. Mainly, I'm working in the field of databases, offering lectures there, also German lectures for engineering students and others. Yes.
Okay, so for the purpose of today's interview, we'll be talking about one of the courses that Dr. Schallehn offers, and that is distributed data management. And I'll be asking him some questions. So, could you give a brief overview of the course?
Yes, okay. So typically in a database course you learn how to use a database and so on. And distributed databases is a typical thing in real life, that we have networks, and it makes sense to run the database in a network on different servers, and the lecture deals with all of these aspects, how to design such a system, how it works, and so on. To have it run to allow parallel processing and decentralized organization structures and so on.
Oh, that's interesting. And are there job prospects for this course for a student that successfully completes this course? Does it promise, does it give a promising future? I mean, in terms of getting a good job.
Yes, I think so. As I said, it's getting more common to have these kind of distributed architectures. And the lecture tells you how to design such a system, how to use it, how to tune it, how to optimize it, and that's a typical task. If you think about things like huge companies, or also things in a cloud context, companies like Google, Amazon, and so on, they have huge parallel distributed systems and so on. But also smaller companies which have different departments, maybe on different cities, continents, or whatever. For all of them, this kind of questions that we address in the lecture are relevant.
Oh, yes. That's interesting. Okay, for a student that successfully completes the course, is a team project possible, be it a 6 credit or 12 credits project?
So I do not offer these kind of projects. So I'm mostly doing lectures and seminars and so on. So I'm not actually offering projects, but there are a number of projects offered from our group by different colleagues, which are related to this, which are in a cloud context, for instance, cloud data management, or for distributed systems. Yes, certainly it builds on that, but I don't do them.
Then what about master's thesis? Are there master's thesis topics? Have you supervised any? Are you supervising some? And is there a chance of getting master's thesis topic this semester
First
with
of all,
you?
yes, I do that, and I supervise master theses, but there's some certain limit, and it's really it's not easy to. I have to reject many requests, because there's a lot of students looking for master theses which attend my courses, but I can only handle a certain number, let's say 6 to 10 per semester. And then obviously there's some limit to it. Yes. So it's possible, but not easy. Yes. So first come, first serve typically. Yes, I don't pick good students or anything like that. Yes.
But they must have taken some courses related to databases.
That's definitely something. They should have a background on the topic they are trying to do in their master thesis.
I know DDM is not such an advanced course. Are there other courses, like subsequent courses, that could be taken after completing DDM?
There are. So there's no course that directly builds on distributed data management, but there are a number of courses which quite well complement with this one. For instance, transaction processing, which is also in English, then database implementation techniques, where there's more focus on query processing, but also data warehouses and so on. They all work quite well together, but more or less on the same level.
That's great. For some students that are coming from different engineering background and they don't have an idea of what database is all about. What are the prerequisites that, like background knowledge, that you would advise them to have before taking this course?
Yes. I know that especially for digital engineering students, it was hard. Because of that reason, the one requirement we say everyone should have had a database introduction course.
Okay.
For the computer science students, for instance, the DKE, digital engineering students, that's data knowledge and engineering students, that's most true most of the time. But for the digital engineering students, because of some problems that we have faced in the past, we actually did introduce this kind of course with database concepts, which Professor Sarke is doing now.
Oh,
yes. And I would strictly recommend, if you did not have a database introduction course yet, go to this, and this should be it.
It's enough to take as a prerequisite before taking this course.
This is more or less the level where I pick up.
Okay, okay. So, as the lecturer of the course, what are the strategies that you can give students for them to have good grades?
To have good grades, okay.
Yes.
First of all, attend the lecture.
Yes, okay, attend the lecture.
And attend the exercise. This is like, it's the responsibility of the student to really get most of it. From my point of view, it's offers, yes. You should really take the opportunity to actively participate in the exercises, yes, which goes a little bit deeper into the things where in the lecture I'm just talking, yes, but there you can really discuss, and when you do a discussion, you typically get a better understanding. Yes. Okay.
Okay. So you've talked about students attending lectures and how, but over the years, I know students have been taking this the exam of this course, and you would have noticed a kind of trend, like common mistakes that students make over the years. What are the common mistakes that students make over the years, apart from not really attending the lectures?
Okay. What are common mistakes? In the exam, it's you asked about the exam. It's sometimes I think one of the biggest problems in the exam is that they don't read the questions in a very detailed way, because it sometimes says, "Okay, please explain this." So instead they just say that is that, or they just write down a formula. But it's not about asking about formula definition or whatever. We want to check how they understood the basic concepts and how they relate and so on. Yeah, that's a typical thing for the exam. Apart from that, regarding lecture and exercise, be there and ask questions. Also in the lecture, I just said the lecture, the exercises for discussing, but in the lecture it's not it's a relatively big, but not the biggest lecture. Yes, so there's always room for asking questions, and we will discuss always good questions.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay, so on a general note, would you like to give a word of advice, maybe some things we did not mention here, but you would like to say pass on to students that would like to take this course?
Oh, I think I said everything.
You said everything?
Yeah, that's it.
So like, okay, general advice, so just be motivated. It's a good course, and you've heard enough about the course, so it's a good course. Just take it and you will enjoy it.
Okay.
Thank you.